straight from Formula A to Formula Super A. This is the Formula One of the European Karting Championship. 32mm stricter, 28 horsepower, 6-inch tires there on the warm-up lap. We are looking at the field. A lot of people you'll recognise from Eurosport's coverage last year. 50 entries from 14 nations. And on pole position is Charlotte Hellberg from Sweden, 22 years old from Norrköping. There she is. Scandinavian champion, 85 to 89, and fourth in last year's European Championship, winning at Luxembourg. Number 3, there she is, Lotte Hellberg on pole position. And they're coming up the red light. The lights go green and straight away it's Lotte Hellberg. No, it's not Lotte Hellberg into the lead, because she is immediately out-dragged there by Giancarlo Fisichella. People going off on the left and the right. This is Gianluca Beggio takes over. Gianluca Beggio. These are names you'll all remember from last year, I'm quite sure. Beggio, 24 from Monza, known as Mad Max. He has got an enormous lead already over Giancarlo Fisichella, the Italian Formula 3 driver who has come back to karting this year as well as doing the Formula 3 Championship. He finished third last week at Verano, behind the 1992 world champion Danilo Rossi. A fantastic start. So watch this man, number 33 there. Watch also behind him, number 34. That is Jacques Malevaux, a new name in this championship. Jacques Malevaux from Tours. He was a 4-time French champion, driving Swiss Puck Lift. At the moment it's this man, Gianluca Beggio, out front from Fisichella. And looking down the field at British interest, we see both Michael Simpson there at the moment in the top 6, and also Bobby Game. Michael we saw a lot of last year. Unfortunately, the last time we saw him was at the World Championship Finals in Ugento, Italy, when he was somersaulting out of the race. He's from Leeds. And 41 is out there. His race is over. That's Johnny Kravels of Netherlands, the Dutch champion. Kravels race over already. What a sad start for this guy who did so much last year. We're looking at Michael Simpson coming up through the field now very rapidly indeed. He's in the number 53 kart. We just saw him there. He's 17 years old from Leeds. He was British junior champion. He finished 6th in Holland last year, 2nd here at Valence. So we're looking for great things. He, of course, has come up from Formula A into Super A, but 33 there, Giancarlo Fisichella. We're still waiting to see if he can make a big attack on the man in front of him, Gianluca Beggio. He was the European Formula K champion last year, so he is the top man in karting here. 4 wins last year. He lives at Monza Circuit. Number 34, that's Jean-Jacques Malevaux we're looking at. Number 11, just behind him at the moment, looking for a chance to get through. Topi Sejala from Helsinki, the Finnish racer, been karting for 7 years. People going off all around the circuit. Fisichella from Jean-Jacques Malevaux, fighting for 2nd place and climbing all over them. Topi Sejala. There is Michael Simpson in the 53 kart. Michael really pushing now this year. He had a learning year last year. This year he is really trying hard. 14th in the European Championship, looking to aim for the top this year. Jarno Trulli just behind him, the 19-year-old 1991 world champion from Italy. Michael changing his kart this year. He's on PCR on Vega tyres. As the field streams through again, Topi Sejala there, just holding off the whole pack behind him. Michael Simpson now coming up very, very fast indeed. That is Jacques Malevaux just in front of them. With him and right behind him, number 21 there. 31, Pietro Antonelli of Italy. Head down, Michael Simpson attacking, and Simpson attacks. He goes through. He has just taken 3rd place. What a great performance by Michael Simpson. Always very, very quick in the first part of these races. There he is, Britain lying third. He has just gone past Topi Sajala, and attacking immediately is Jean-Jacques Malavo. Can Malavo is looking to take that place back from Michael Simpson, and he does. He goes through. Topi Sajala there. So it's still in third place. Order changing every single lap. Michael Simpson in third place, behind him Topi Sajala, and behind him Jean-Jacques Malvo. But out front still Gianluca Beggio in the number 9 kart, the world champion. Outstanding performance last year, and just look at his style. Goes the kart sideways. He's got a lot of grip because that back wheel comes off the ground. The man we saw perform so well last year, 4 wins in the 8 races, knocking right down to reduce the drag. 140 kilograms, remember, the kart and driver, while behind him it's still Giancarlo Fisichella, Formula 3 driver from Italy, who's come back to karting for the European Championship this year. Last year he made 1 appearance, which was at Argento for the World Championship in Italy, where I have to say he disgraced himself after being involved in a collision on one of the several rolling laps that were needed to start the Formula K. Finally left his kart in the middle of the track, hoping that the organisers would stop the race, but they didn't, and he walked off in disgust. But perhaps he's come back with a fresh approach to karting this year, because at the moment a faultless drive by Fisichella, who's in second place behind Gianluca Beggio. And in third place it's still Britain's Michael Simpson, the 17-year-old from Leeds. Guy who's a hero at his school. And here he is on Eurosport, putting in a great drive here in Valence, holding off the world's best 100cc Formula Super A karters. Fisichella closing all the time on the man in front, Gianluca Beggio, taking it easy. 11 there, Topi Sajala, 18 years old from Helsinki, really attacking Michael Simpson again now. Simpson passed him with some ease earlier on, but now Sajala's back, trying to get round him again, and right behind them is number 21, or is it 31? It's 31, because his number's peeling off. Pietro Antonelli, 18 years old from Cesena in Italy. He started karting in 1983. He was third last year in the European Championship, winning in Belgium. He's on PCR, and like Michael Simpson, like Gianabberti, and like Topi Sajala, they've all come up from Formula A into Formula Super A. Formula Super A, as was Formula K last year. Everything's been streamlined, so you know the difference now. No more confusion, I hope. This is Super A. We are watching Britain's Michael Simpson in third place, still holding off Topi Sajala, still holding off Pietro Antonelli and Jean-Jacques Malvo. Britain, Sweden, Italy and France fighting over third place, because it is still the 2 Italians out front, Gianluca Beggio and Giancarlo Fisichella. A big change from Formula A, where the Italians could do no better than fifth. This is dominated at the front by the Italians at the moment. And coming up behind them in the number 34 kart, Jean-Jacques Malvo has fallen back a little bit. Malvo looking, I think, now to move in. And there's another move there, that is number 10, Alessandro Manetti. Manetti, we haven't seen much of in this race. He was the 1991 world champion in Formula A and the European champion in Formula A. One of the greatest karters. He's 21 years old, from Italy. 6 laps to go, we see. And that lead battle now resolved. We're looking for Fisichella moving up on Beggio, and here is the big battle with Michael Simpson still in third place. He's just been passed. He has been passed now by Manetti. Manetti coming up through. We missed that passing manoeuvre. Trulli there, so Simpson pushed back down to fourth place. Giano Trulli really attacking now the race order. Beggio, Fisichella, Manetti, Simpson, Trulli, Sajala. Sajala there behind with Giano Trulli, the 1991 world champion, looking for air in the number 18 kart, and 31 there slips back Antonelli makes a big mistake, goes wide at the hairpin, which lets Topi Sajala through. So Antonelli's pushed further back. Maybe has a problem because Bobby Game, the British driver, is coming up as well. He's up into 8th place in the Haas Racing team. Haas Rotex kart there, looking for Bobby Game. And there is Alessandro Manetti now in 3rd place. Bobby Game from Pista, 1992 European Championship. He did it in Formula Renault, and he was one-time British Junior Champion. At the moment, this is the 3rd place battle. There's the lead battle. It's still Beggio from Fisichella, and behind in 3rd place, Alessandro Manetti from Michael Simpson, from Jarno Trulli. Trulli coming right up very quickly from Topi Sajala, Andrea Bellici, and Bobby Game. Those 2 Britons in the top 8 at the moment, 4th and 8th. Very good start this season for Michael Simpson. Still in 4th place there, still hanging on to Alessandro Manetti, but Manetti blindingly quick, just showing the form that took him to both the World and European Championships last year. He was runner-up in the... in 1991, he was runner-up last year in Formula K, and 3rd in the European K last year. So this man has had 1 year in Formula K since he won the World and European Championships in 1991. He won the 1991 Hong Kong Grand Prix, so he has so much experience. But this is our lead battle, as Beggio, perhaps being very hard on his tires, as we saw last year, is slowly being hauled in by Giancarlo Fisichella, the Italian Formula 3 driver and former kartist, who's now come back to have another go at the European Championship. 4 rounds of the championship this year here at Valence in France. In May we go to Jesolo, Italy, at Venice. In June we go to Marienburg in Belgium. In July we go to Nieuw-Zevenbergen in Holland, and then in August it's Laval for the World Championships. Laval just very close to Le Mans. So 4 races in the European Championship, 1 weekend for the World Championship. And just look at the style of this man, Fisichella. He's attacking now so hard indeed. Beggio, Fisichella, behind them it's Manetti, Simpson, Trulli, Sajala and Bellici. This is a great race we are watching here, the second final the first final for Formula Super A here at Valence in France, right on the edge of the River Isère. We've already seen 1 cart go into a tree. We hope nobody goes into the river. And here goes Fisichella on his attack. He makes a big attack on the inside of Beggio, and he takes the lead, but Beggio goes back through at the next hairpin. So Fisichella there making perhaps a little sortie just to see what reaction he would get from Beggio. Now he knows what Beggio will do. Beggio unwittingly revealing his tactics to Fisichella. Fisichella, I think, probably the thinking man driver this year. And he knows exactly now what Beggio is going to do if he attacks again, so he can now spend the next few minutes working out his best line of attack. There's no hurry at the moment. He's just waiting, playing a watching brief. He knows this is not the place to take him because Beggio can come back on the inside, so I think he'll look for somewhere else. He's just hanging right on there, getting right down, getting good toes. So he pulls out again into that first corner. Can he do it? And he this time keeps the tight line. He blocks Beggio. A very, very good move by Fisichella. Huge applause from the French crowd, a big crowd here, 5,000 people, which for karting is big, believe me. But millions more watching all the action here on Eurosport as we watch Giancarlo Fisichella really now dominating this race. He's holding off the checkered flag, and he just takes that win by a nanosecond. A very happy Giancarlo Fisichella. He is back on top in karting. A very happy Italian indeed. 20 years old from Rome, runner-up in the 1991 European Championships, and now winner here in race 1 at Valence. Please rejoin us after this short break.
Eurosport.
Präsentiert Ihnen heute den Formel-1-Wagen, mit dem Michael Schumacher den 3. Platz in der Weltmeisterschaft gewann. Wählen Sie jetzt 040 411 480 und bestellen Sie diesen originalgetreuen Nachbau mit hoher Wertsteigerungschance für nur 9,90 Mark. Lieferung nur, solange der Vorrat reicht. Rufen Sie also gleich an.
Hi, I'm Malavia Washington. When I watch tennis, it's on Eurosport.
The ATP Tour is in Madrid. Sergi Bruguera defends his title against the stars of the men's circuit. Edberg, Becker, and all the clay court specialists. The Madrid ATP tournament is brought to you on Eurosport by Peugeot. And Reebok. The Madrid ATP tournament, Thursday and Friday, midday live on Eurosport.
Welcome back to Eurosport, where we just saw Giancarlo Fisichella win the race 1 of the Super A French Grand Prix. Michael Simpson finished 5th of Britain. He was eventually hauled in by Jarno Trulli, but still an excellent result for Michael. He must be so pleased with that. We go straight into race 2, and just look at the conditions. The rain is absolutely torrential now. It's wet weather tyres, whereas the previous 3 races we've seen are on slick. Everybody's in wet weather gear. A lot of them have these high-speed turbo visors which spin to get rid of the water. Someone's number off there, that was 144's number, so 44's number, John Truberton. That was Jesper Carlsen of Denmark. And here is the field streaming round on these warm-up laps. Certainly not drying up laps with on pole position, of course, Giancarlo Fisichella of Italy, from Gianluca Beggio, from Alessandro Manetti. So 1, 2, 3, and Jarno Trulli of Italy, 1, 2, 3, 4 Italians winning, taking the top 4 places in the first race. Michael Simpson of Britain, the best of the rest, in 5th, and that's the order they'll start this race. Fisichella in the 33 kart, Beggio in the number 9 kart, CRG Rotax against Cali Kart Rotax. Coming under starters orders, very neat and tidy this after some of the messy starts we saw last year in the European and particularly the World Championship at Ugento. This is very neat indeed. Terrible conditions. They're coming up to the start line after 2 rolling laps. The lights are red, the lights go to green, and the race is on, and immediately Fisichella straight back into the lead. But the conditions are terrible. I'm sure we're going to see lots of offs in this race because the water is standing on the track. They are going to be aquaplaning, and at the moment Beggio forcing his way through alongside Fisichella. But Fisichella's back again, and number 10 there coming up through. That is Alessandro Manetti. Manetti, always a good wet weather driver, takes the lead. Beggio suddenly pushed back in the space of 2 corners, pushed back into 4th place. Absolutely terrible conditions here at Valence. And so Manetti and Fisichella looking for the long way around, but he cannot do it. Alessandro Manetti, 21 years old, 1991 World and European Championships. Fisichella, 20 years old, from Rome, runner-up to Manetti in that 1991 championship. Here they are, almost side by side on the start-finish straight. Behind them, Michael Simpson in 3rd place. What a good race for Michael Simpson. Yet again, showing the stuff he's made of. The man from Leeds, still just 17 years old. No need for the slippery flags this time because it's obvious to everyone the conditions are like. Manetti leading. Fisichella in 2nd place. He has our on-kart camera and he's fighting that kart at that bottom corner. Michael Simpson, Gianluca Beggio ahead of them, and right behind them, Poppy Sajala, 18 years old, from Helsinki. The man has been karting for 7 years, ever since he was 11 years old. There's one of those speed helmets you can see in action there as we look at Gianluca Beggio behind Michael Simpson. That's Michael Simpson with that speed visor, spinning round at high speed to clear the rain. It obviously works because Michael holding a very, very good 3rd place at the moment. Making the most of these wet conditions, throwing that kart sideways here. Michael on the PCR, holding off Gianluca Beggio, 24 years old, from Monza, Mad Max. 92 European K champion with 4 wins, and at the moment Britain's Michael Simpson holding him off in the wet at Valence, but he pushes his way through. Beggio just sticks on the inside that hairpin, and Michael has to fall back and wait, but a huge twitch there from Beggio, as meanwhile out front our race leaders Alessandro Manetti and Giancarlo Fisichella go further and further away, 4 laps to go, and Fisichella's off. He goes off. Fisichella is in the mud. He's stuck in the gravel, and he catches his hand in the rear wheel. He has given it all up. He's thrown it all away. There's no way I think he's going to get back in the race. And on the last lap, it's Alessandro Manetti. We are looking for Michael Simpson. Where is Michael? He has gone missing from our computers. Michael was in 3rd place there. He should now be 2nd, but he's not 2nd. He's fallen back. Fisichella studying his hand. I don't think there's too much injury, but I think he caught his hand between the wheel and the steering. And we're looking for the checkered flag as this man, Alessandro Manetti, the 1991 World and European champion, heads for the win here in Formula Super A at Valence on this very, very wet April Sunday. Absolutely terrible conditions, flashing his way round. And there it is. He gets the checkered flag. He wins. And who's going to be 2nd? We're looking for 2nd place. It's going to be Gianluca Beggio in the number 9 cart. But where is Michael Simpson? Because that is Andrea Bellici of Italy, 3rd. Simpson, we think, has gone off because he is classified as 16th. So Manetti, Beggio, Bellici, Sajala, Antonelli, and Linders. Baz Linders coming back as Ernst Buser shows us the magnificent trophies. The Bridgestone CIKFA European Championship trophies. There are our winners, Manetti, Beggio, and Bellici. And there are the points after the 2 races. Manetti now firmly in the lead of the Super A Championship. We say firmly, but 25 to 24 points is nothing. And just look at the Italian domination there. Only Topi Sajala of Finland breaking in to the top 6. Quite different from Formula A. Well, that's been Eurosport's look at the first round of the championships from Valence. We will be back again in Jesolo in May. We're going to the Lido di Jesolo just outside Venice for the Italian Grand Prix. Join us then.